Hello and welcome to another Chatbox podcast. It's episode 48 here today of the Chatbox podcast. How are you doing today? Right, let's crack on. As you know, each week I have a guest to talk about their career or their jobs. And I have a guest to talk about their career or their job. 48, I have a guest to talk about their career or their job. Welcome along. Welcome along. So we'll have a guest each week to talk about their career or their job. So right, let's crack on with this week's guest. It's broadcaster Daren Bavister. Hello, Daren.
Hello, Ben.
Welcome along.
Thank you. Thank you for the invite.
How are you today?
Very well, thank you, my friend. You find me in Basingstoke in Hampshire. I'm currently in the HHCR studio, which is a community radio station which was created for those with visual impairments. And it's lovely because it's hot and sticky outside and we've got most wonderful air conditioning.
We've just had a bit of rain here.
It's on its way here as well too, but the gardens love it, and that's all we have to say.
Yeah, that's brilliant. 5 questions about your broadcast career today, if that's okay.
Please, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's go for it. Question 1. Where did you start your broadcast career?
Well, the broadcast career, it's a hobby more than anything. It'd be nice if it was a career. I've been here at HHCR, which is, as I mentioned, a community station in Basingstoke, for only a year now. I've never done radio previously, but I have been a sports presenter for nearly 30 seasons, 30 years, and a gigging DJ as well. And when we talk about sports presenting, I'm typically the man with a microphone who will be pitch side or rink side, because I'm an ice hockey fan and an announcer, and I do the G'ing up of the crowd. And lockdown pretty much opened up an opportunity where I was doing some Facebook discos from my garage, and the local station contacted me and asked me to do something similar. And here I am, and love it with a passion. So in summary, on air as a broadcaster, 12 months, but actually as an announcer or DJ or anything along those lines, 3 decades now.
Brilliant. That's a brilliant way to start your career.
It's been great. It's very eclectic, and it gives you some grounding and different opportunities and different hurdles that you have to overcome. So it's given me a completely different skill sets, and I love it with a passion, all of it.
Brilliant. Question 2. Who were your inspirations in broadcasting growing up?
Well, that's a really good question. I, as a music fan, I would listen to the likes of Steve Wright and the likes of Tony Blackburn and Pete Tong and Dave Pearce. So they were 2 very, very different genres, different styles. Dr. Fox on Capital, Chris Tarrant on Capital Radio. So I like the conversational, I like the humour and the serious side of things, with the dance music for the likes of Pete Tong, Dave Pearce, and Trevor Nelson for music of Black origin. And each one brings a completely different style and different delivery. And I like to think I've made it my own, but I've taken little pieces from all of those very experienced and highly acclaimed presenters. So for the likes of Trevor Nelson, he's very suave, he's very calm, he's very cool. Pete Tong, he was at the top of his game in Capital Radio before he made his way to be a worldwide success. Same with Dave Pearce. They both had a very fresh approach, very trendy, very lively, whereas the likes of Chris Tarrant and Steve Wright, the humour and the sound bites and the jingles and the voiceovers just resonated with me. So it's really, I suppose I am the product of all of those put together.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Brilliant. My inspirations, as you say, are Tony Blackburn.
Mm-hmm.
Neil, I've had a lot of guests who love Dr. Fox.
Yeah, very good. Me too.
Have you ever met him or?
I haven't met him, no, but he was on the air all the time when I was growing up. So yes, I like him a lot.
Everybody used to love his chat show on the Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. Dr. Fox, he's not really a doctor. Yeah, brilliant.
He needs to come back to some sort of chat show.
I think so. Good. There we go. So what was that? Question 2.
Yeah. 3 more left in the firing line.
Good.
And we're halfway through. Question 3, what is your favourite part about the job?
It's being able to have a little bit of me time. It's not in a selfish way. Just when you're presenting and you're putting on a show, you put on a little bit of a facade, and it's a show in itself, and being able to take yourself and your listeners away from the humdrum of life, to be able to have something more uplifting to focus on, something more buoyant, something entertaining. And we all get caught short with life as it goes on, whether that be the commute, the traffic, the price of petrol, how much bread and milk has gone up, or the challenges that we've all faced through lockdown and the global pandemic. And it's been enlightening and inspiring and a way for myself to be able to distance myself from normality, put a smile on my face, and hopefully be equally entertaining at the same time, and help others with a buoyant and enthusiastic distraction.
Brilliant. We'll come on to question 4 now. How has COVID affected your life and line of work?
Well, I have a full-time job as well, and that has been very challenging. I work in an industry, a technology industry, so things have pretty much come to a stop. But the furlough scheme has helped me. It's given me some financial safety, and I thank my company for that. But the COVID, I look at the positives that's brought, and had I not been having so much free time, should I say, then that gave me an opportunity to dip my toe into broadcasting and presenting and doing something a little bit different, without any fear or not worry. I didn't have to worry about how much time I was investing in it. I didn't have to worry about learning things, because it gave me a honeymoon period to try and fine tune what I do. And obviously I'm not there yet. Nobody ever is the complete article, but whilst it's challenging mentally and physically, as we are social animals for everybody, I'd like to think that it's given me an opportunity, and others, to try something different. So I try and look at the positives of it, and whilst it's not good, far from it, I try and take something as okay, this is good. I've taken 2 steps forward with this, and hopefully I'll continue on that road.
Brilliant. Yeah. And final question on my list: what advice would you give to young aspiring broadcasters who are starting out?
Well, the first thing is always remain true to yourself and never let anybody dampen your fire. If I was to go back 30 years, and if I grew up in an era where social media just didn't exist, so criticism, there would have been criticism, and there continues to be criticism, as long as you can take the positives from it. But social media allows people to tap into your mojo and your spirit. So don't let that dampen it. Yes, listen to criticism, take it on board, value it from people you trust, always ask for honesty if you're asking for somebody's opinion on something, but always be open-minded. And if you stay true to yourself, that will come across in your presenting style. And like myself, find others who inspire you, and don't try and replicate them, because you can only ever be yourself. You can never be the next Dr. Fox. You can never be the next Chris Tarrant. You will only ever be yourself, just with the skills and attributes that those who've inspired you as inspiration, making you a better you. So stay true. Don't let anybody dampen your fire. Learn and keep your ears open and a smile on your face at all times.
That's brilliant. And now we've reached the end of the interview.
Thank you.
That's it for today. Thank you for joining us, Daren.
No, the pleasure has been mine. Thank you, Ben, and I wish you all the very best of luck on your endeavours as well. I think this is wonderful what you're doing.
Do join me again soon for another Chatbox podcast, but for now, please give it up for Daren Bavister. Do join me again soon for another podcast. Thank you very much for watching and listening. But for now, as I always say, my favourite words, that's a wrap.